I'm looking forward to it because I know both of these players can pull off good times. So
That's true. Their tournament PBs are not too far apart. We did the predictions previously, so for those of you in the chat, unfortunately, you're out of luck if you wanted to predict. But that's okay. We would appreciate if you stick around, and that'll give you a chance to accumulate some channel points.
yeah, and I had a feeling that that was the case, but yeah, it is. This wasn't anything to do with VLC or whatever. It was completely the video that just Sludge sent to us.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was gonna have a lot of resyncing throughout the whole throughout the whole stream.
Oh boy.
Okay, so have fun with that. Just do it Celeste style at the end of each kingdom. Sync it up.
Well, in any event, TripleX appears to be headed into the frog area first. Such a little trouble getting out of the water. We do appreciate you sticking here with us. Obviously, a lot has been going on in the last week, but we appreciate your continued support of the Odyssey Any Open, as well as Cool Cat Gang. TripleX missing left side. Gonna get on the second. No, he doesn't get on the second try. That puts him really behind the 8-ball. Sledge. It appears that he gets it, so that gives him the lead.
Yeah, Sledge was actually unable to get it, but did take less time in recovering, so
Nice.
that definitely helped out. Unsure if we're actually synced. We're probably not. Just ignore all leads. This is the Who's Line version of Mario Odyssey Racing.
Everything's been up and the times don't matter.
Yes.
Super helpful for a race, you know?
Oh, it's fantastic. Apparently, it's good.
We are doing our best here. Sledge sent us a scuffed VOD. So...
I mean, of course, Sledge would.
Wow.
Like, look at that profile picture. They're always gonna meme on us.
That is in fact a cursed profile picture.
Yeah.
No, I
know it wasn't intentional. I'm just playing.
Neither of these runners go for DSS or chest flip, so we will see a pretty standard Cascade Kingdom here. Do the Odyssey at what appears to be roughly the same time.
And now we got sync movement.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Wow.
I am still learning how to do this perfectly, and it is not fun. I picked up SMO again recently, and that area, like that triple from the Odyssey cutscene into Dino is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, we don't see many people mess that up, so it does look pretty easy, but I'm glad you pointed out that it is really not. That certainly gives our viewers a newfound respect for these excellent runners.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna, like, die or anything for messing it up, but it does. The amount of time that you're saving from getting that movement correct is crazy. So, it definitely just takes it's just a matter of getting your mechanics down. Because that's all it takes, really. I don't know.
So Sledge looking to take the lead out of Cascade. Sledge has the tournament average advantage for 4 of the first 5 full kingdoms. Oh, I guess. Let me try that again. He has the advantage for Cascade, Sand, Lake, and Cloud. So he definitely wants to keep the pressure up here.
Yeah, and it's the thing you want to point out that TripleX hasn't really shown their full potential in a race yet. So that's definitely like where Sledge could have the advantage. I feel like consistency is a problem. A bit so for both of them, but you know, it always could work out one way or the other.
Yeah, I was looking at their stats before we went live, and these runners are highly inconsistent with chest clip, or excuse me, lake clip.
I mean, that is not an easy trick, and if you don't have it down, it definitely can. It definitely can show its like show problems in a race, especially. That is something I'll definitely show you. I will not have you do it because I can't do it, but I will let you see the invisible wall that exists there. And I'll talk about it a bit more when we get there, I guess.
All right.
All right, now we're in Sand Kingdom, starting it off.
So both of these runners look like they're good for DSTA. Unless they had big offsets. I guess not. TripleX with a manual. Looked fine to me.
TripleX might be like just barely off, and so it's better safe than sorry. Is going for Reverse Town as well, which has a larger offset, so that might be part of it.
That must be it.
Like, the offset's way different than it is for regular town. Like, I don't even know, like, what timing you need to plant the seed by. Because it's, like, so much different. Because, like, you could always run off the older offset, but then you're just going to be waiting around for a bit. I guess that, because you want it to essentially time well so that you make the seed grow while you're in the whatever subsection you're in, so that it doesn't take time to grow at all. Like you come back into sand and it's already grown.
It's a pretty close race so far. TripleX with the Hayano bird, keeping it close with that reverse town, even with the manual DSTA. Coming up on Dram now.
Yeah. Wow, this sand dram sledge is very good. To do an up throw into that dive was very confident of being able to land on that little ledge.
Yeah, it was super clean. TripleX, you gotta break the right box, buddy. He was zooming on out of here, but got the wrong box.
And Sledge pulling off a single bill. This is definitely helping them out. They're going to have a good lead through sand.
Yeah, he is extremely consistent with the single bill. In fact, all 3 tricks in this kingdom, Sledge has the advantage over TripleX. Both going for reverse Jaxie, not surprised at this level.
Yeah. I think we have some newer viewers in the chat, so I'll explain a little about what's going on with Reverse Jaxie here. So along with them doing that triple jump to get up there, they have been guiding that bullet bill the whole time, and are able to break the block without ever capturing the bullet bill. So it just comes down to some tight movement and some good timing, and that bullet bill will be exactly where you want it.
Into the race as we go.
Yeah, I've also discussed how you can even get go even faster with that section with the reverse jacksie if you do a frame perfect capture on the bullet bill. If you do that, it will essentially negate it from being destroyed by hitting the block, and so then you would still have the bullet bill, and the block would be destroyed. So you can just ride the bullet bill over to the cactus.
And I didn't want to interrupt you, but Sledge with a really solid single note throw. So, or single throw notes, excuse me. So overall, things are going pretty good for Sledge. Certainly, if you're Sledge, you got to be happy with how this is going so far.
Yeah, this is a promising lead. Hopefully, Sledge can maintain this through Lake as we're getting to that inconsistent part that you were referring to earlier. So let's start explaining a little bit now. Actually, well, we got a bit more time than I think. But
What,
yeah,
for Lake Clip?
yeah.
Oh, you might as well go ahead now so that
Yeah.
people know what to expect.
Yeah, so we're gonna be clipping out of bounds using a corner clip. Corners don't have collision at a certain spot. Every corner, including ledges, it's just a thing of this game. So we can use that to clip out of bounds, and then from there we're gonna have to navigate around an invisible wall. So we can't just do a straight line actually once you do it. So it's after this moon.
I like both runners with their 100 coins, so we don't have to worry about that.
And all of this is so that we can be in a certain way so that we can up throw Cappy into a checkpoint flag. So there's the up throw, and then dive down into the chest move. So then you get the chest, and then port up to the checkpoint that you just captured.
That was so clutch by Sledge. Both of these players under 25% on ledge clip this season. TripleX continuing to throw chances away.
Yeah, so if once you're out of bounds, you can't just do like a straight line to the back wall, and TripleX is just going to completely give up on it. Anyway, because it's not a straight, you can't do a straight line and there's an invisible wall. It does make that movement harder than just being like, oh, I'm out of bounds now, I can just go do the movement. It's very tight movement before clipping back in bounds. So it's not fun, and so yeah, TripleX gonna take a massive time loss to not only failing late clip so many times, but is now going to be fighting Rango, which in itself is a time loss compared to late clip time.
Yeah, the fight not that long, but he's going to have to watch a cutscene, work back to the Odyssey, whereas Sledge is just going to throw up his map and be on his way to Wooden. So things going phenomenally for Sledge, the underdog by over a minute and a half on PBs, and, you know, really playing with house money, not having to play Chaos Pringle in the round of 16, but the way he's playing, he might have beat Chaos Pringle for all we know.
Yeah, getting a 1330 out of Lake is a fairly good split. Trying to think of comparative-wise. I mean, for what I know of splits, I am terrible at this. I'm probably entirely wrong about whether or not that's a good split. I will double-check with this PB. That's like 10 seconds off his PB. That's not terrible. I was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's about plus 10 right now. So, yeah, at his level, not a bad time considering.
I would agree with that completely. And if you're a 101 PB and you're missing left side. If you're plus 10 in a race into Wooded, you're feeling pretty good because, you know, this is probably like 102-ish pace, and 102 wins most races in this tournament.
Yeah, getting the confirmation from Samaroli. I actually got a split correct for once.
Let's go, Troy.
Yeah, thank you. You can everyone check your watches or something. Make sure that there's not an eclipse going on.
Well, Nut Clip coming up, along with that critical out of bounds movement. This is where leads go to die, so Sledge hoping for something clean here. And I'm worried about that one.
That looks fine.
Okay,
Sledge is, yeah, it's such a subtle thing. It barely is. It's really hard to look and be able to tell.
Yeah. I mean, I've been commentating this game for over a year, and I still can't tell.
I can still barely tell. I was only like 70% sure. But anyway,
I was 0% sure.
And for me, part of the confidence was the 100% accuracy that they have with that movement. So
that's fair. That's fair enough. Yeah, TripleX, a little bit of issues with the out of bounds movement, able to save it. And that is good news, because if he were to fall down there, that is a deep woods, and that is as good as a game over this,
it's
this
not
far
a
behind.
It's not a guaranteed deep woods, but it becomes very difficult to not go into deep woods.
Sledge opting not to get the checkpoint. We talk about that checkpoint a lot, Troy.
Yes, I mean, it's very important. FRS can be a very difficult jump sometimes if you're just not in the right mindset, to be honest. A lot of people do consider this triple jump that Sledge is pulling off to be the easier of the two ways of doing FRS. You know, either doing it from there or doing it from the Piranha Plant.
TripleX, on the other hand, getting that checkpoint.
Yeah, and
obviously
we totally
Sledge didn't need it.
Yeah, and we totally recognize that we came out of Super Mario 64 16-star race, so we've got a lot of viewers who don't know SMO too well, so that's fine. We are perfectly fine with doing as many explanations as needed. Any questions that you guys may have, please do not be afraid to ask them. That is fine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I did not realize there was a ledge there.
There's some purples down there.
and I mean, worst case, so I must have gotten them eventually then. Worst case scenario, he did grab the checkpoint, so that wouldn't have been a huge time loss.
Right, and there's the checkpoint that's going to be needed as they get a Falu dive. The movement in this game is fantastic, I will say that much.
It's so crisp.
Yeah. If you're looking for a good speedrunning game, Super Mario Odyssey definitely up there. It's got
I think it's past Mario 64 is the biggest speedrunning game, is it not?
It was at one point. I don't know if it still is. Kind of hard to maintain that.
And let's go. We've got a raid. Thank you, G-Man, for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. We are watching this exciting quarterfinal matchup.
Whoa, I did not know of that backup. That was really smooth.
That was interesting.
Yeah, they messed up the sewer movement, so they were in a weird cycle with the fuzzies. But yeah, that backup movement to do it up through a cap bounce so that they can get there while the water is still good, while the fuzzies are still good. I mean, they were using iframes as well, so they didn't have to matter too much about the fuzzies. But that was really well done. Like I said, I had no idea about that backup. What is the usual controller setup? I'm getting in the chat. While we're here, I can answer that question. Yeah, so usually most players stick to Pro Controller simply because Joy-Cons have a lot of trouble. Some people aren't comfortable with using Joy-Cons. Both work perfectly fine. You could use either. It is really preference, and technically Joy-Cons do have a maybe second time save advantage, but it's barely anything of it. It's barely worth it. And then you also got the problems of everyone knows that Joy-Con drift exists, so there is the possible price of having to continuously buy new Joy-Cons, along with the fact that some people just find them uncomfortable to use. So yeah, most people use pro comments because of that.
I'm not gonna lie, I play my Switch like 90 to 95% of the time in handheld mode. So I'm just used to playing it like a Game Boy.
Yeah. So yeah, well, Sledge is just going through fast hats here. This is a fun strat of being able to capture these Bowser's hat really early and not have to even go through the cycles. We do also have a couple of runners in chat, so I don't have to answer every question.
Yeah, G-Man, who just rated us, was in this tournament, actually.
Yeah, G-Man was in the tournament. Also, Samarolian was in the tournament, and they just started having a fun time watching.
Samarolian, I thought, was Division B.
They are Division B. Thank you for the correction. Nice meme tree jump.
Very solid. We've seen some interesting things in Lost Kingdom, you and I, so hopefully we get 2 pretty clean Lost Kingdoms here.
This butterfly moon is the most likely place to die in Lost Kingdom. Although it can happen anywhere.
This is true. Like I said, every time we watch Lost Kingdom, it seems like we see something we've never seen before.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just one of those things in games. You think you have a strategy, and oh geez, I don't remember who said this, but everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
I don't know that quote.
I want to say Muhammad Ali, but I feel like
that sounds like a wrestling quote. Yeah,
but that's boxing, buddy.
That's what I said.
Muhammad Ali is a boxer.
That's what I said. Okay, Sledge now going to be going into cage triple jump. Okay, never mind. They are doing a bit of a slower one. That should be fine.
Okay.
I think it unlocked it. I couldn't hear the noise.
It might have
not.
For this yeah. Might as well.
Yeah, we don't have the sound on for Sledge, so I was not sure. But it turned out they did not get it. So yeah, they just immediately went for the stone cage. Meanwhile, we got TripleX here at that point, at that butterfly moon where they could have died very quickly. Yeah, Sledge losing the couple seconds that you get for dying here instead of taking, being able to get back onto the bridge.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world. And as I was trying to say at some point, despite this kingdom being, a route that has been in the game, like, in the speedrun community pretty much since, like, very close to launch. Like, it's one of the routes that
wow, TripleX. Sorry, go on.
That's seen probably the least amount of changes over the years, other than, like, just a couple fractions of a second here and there. Like, this route has really just stayed the same for so long. And despite that, it is still such a hard kingdom to get correct and consistent.
Yeah, in the time that I've been commentating this game, I don't recall any, like, big route changes. This has been, pretty standard. I mean, other than, like, reverse Jaxie, normal Jaxie, reverse town. In this kingdom, obviously, there's musicians versus bullet building, but at this stage, we're going to see everybody go for bullet building. Certainly in Division A. I can't speak for Division B.
We've had some... Oh, if you're talking overall, we've had some major stuff, but...
in the last year, anyway.
In the last year, we've had, I believe... no, DSS wasn't this year. But it was... we did have fish dip.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, that's the same order of moons, though.
Yes, it saves. It could save almost 10 seconds. Well, not really. It saves 5 to 10 seconds. I forget the exact amount.
I'm gonna say 8.
Yeah, 8 sounds right.
That's a good call. I remember being there when somebody got it 24 hours after it was discovered in a race.
Yeah. Triple X having a little trouble, was not able to get the triple jump movement up here, but was still able to save it. Sledge now starting Mecha Wiggler, and this is a point of contention that could be difficult for Sledge. I don't know how reliable, how consistent they are at this boss, but this boss can always give you some bad RNG patterns and just be overall not fun. Triple X with the nice Goomba hack route.
Yeah, both runners got Goomba head. And Samarolian dropping the wonder who that was. I generally do not remember who does what trick. I do have a thing where I just black out when I commentate, so...
Oh, it's so true. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's
a little
why
bit of
I
issue
suck
here
at
for Sledge,
interviews.
but he should be fine. Really, that one singleton was the problem. Triple X just heading in there now, but thankfully for Sledge, he keeps that lead. And now the pressure is on Triple X to match. Most of the time these runners get 2 cycles, but 3 cycles can be devastating.
I actually got my first 2 cycle not that long ago. It's not easy. It's not as hard as some other things. There's definitely some harder stuff out there, but it takes a bit. Tank controls are bad.
I have not done this boss fight in ages. I could not tell you how I do with it.
That's gonna be a fun part of me teaching you this.
Can't wait.
I'm not even gonna teach you this. I'm just gonna watch you do it. It's
Just
gonna be
laugh
like,
at me.
yeah, it's just gonna be like this is, and here's.
Oh,
this
there we
part.
go. Wow.
Yeah.
Triple X took like 8 shots at that singleton. Finally gets it.
Yeah.
Sledge lining up scoop clip here. Doesn't get it. He gets on the rebound. No. Gonna have some issues.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go for the setup again.
Yeah, Sledge has not done drive-by yet in this tournament. Able to get it on the go back around. Looks like a good trash dram. Yep. And swish. Still my favorite part of the run.
It's pretty good.
Nobody ever fails it, and if you do, you lose a quarter of a second. It's just so elegant.
Mm-hmm. And we're seeing a bullet building coming out from Sledge. They are not the best at this route, so it will be interesting to see if they're able to pull this off well enough that they can maintain this lead, because Triple X definitely is closing in on that gap. Okay, you are on a cycle here of those bullet bills that we're trying to catch up to, and Sledge actually gonna end up falling down. That is a problem. Yeah, so that was a problem of the game itself in that they were just a little bit too fast, and so they phased right through the moon. The moon's collision was not loaded yet, and so it just didn't count. It didn't count Sledge as collecting the moon, even though they were right in it. But nice little backup of using the top of the pole section.
Yeah, tough luck there for Sledge, but all things considered, there are worse things that could happen.
Yeah, not a huge loss. Deaths in that section can definitely happen. So Sledge definitely dealt with it pretty well and is able to maintain the lead due to that. And no blind dive from Sledge. Understandable. He's gonna have a tough time.
Ooh, nice capture there by TripleX.
Gonna have to do the jump instead as a backup. So now this is like 1.5 moons apart.
Neither runner got hint art, so they'll have to remember to, or in Cloud Kingdom, so they'll have to remember to get this one. Sledge does. Into People Room. One of these days, I want to see a reverse People Room in this tournament. I'm starting to lose hope, though. Sledge all done with the Metro Kingdom. TripleX finishing up here as well. Starting to claw his way back. TripleX definitely has the advantage coming down the stretch. TripleX with the average advantage in the next 4 kingdoms. So if he's going to make up time, now is his opportunity.
Absolutely. Snow Kingdom can be a huge deterrent. I don't even know if I used that word correctly. I probably didn't. That is a very common problem for me.
Well, we are into the Snow Kingdom. Quickly checking here. TripleX 0 for 4 on Snowclip. Hopefully, maybe today's the day. We'll see. They've each missed Snowdram once total in this tournament. Speaking of which, Snowclip upcoming here. Failure, not too devastating, only loses about a second. And in fact, we see Sledge miss it.
I didn't even think. TripleX might have attempted it. Oh wait, TripleX wasn't even at the moon yet. I don't know what I'm thinking.
He's attempted it previously. He hasn't got it, but he's attempted it.
That is true. You know, that's what I was saying. Unfortunately, not going to be getting it this time either.
0 for 5. Oh, Sledge with the nice spiny minute. That is great.
Nice triple jump with the Typhoon cycle from TripleX.
Starting to breathe down Sledge's neck. Okay, well, technically a spiny minute.
Technically.
Didn't get
probably,
that one.
Yeah, probably evened out.
Are we gonna see Goomba vectoring? Oh boy.
That's a death.
Sledge is gonna have to die. And all of a sudden, TripleX is basically right there.
Yeah, so we need 4 Goombas in order to trigger this moon. I mean, we don't, but we need, in the route that we're doing, we need 4 Goombas. There is a way to clip in with corner clips and stuff, but it's very precise and no one goes for it. But it does save time, but no one goes for it.
7 seconds and it's ludicrously difficult.
No one goes for it.
No. Unless you're memeing. If you're memeing, then maybe.
Yes. Anyway, Sledge still gonna have the lead for now, but this could change at any moment.
This just got very interesting.
Absolutely.
One runner misses Snowdram, and the other's going to have the lead.
I mean, it also could come down to how long someone's setup is for Snowdram.
That's also true. Now, Sledge does have the advantage in both Bowser and Moon, so he does have a chance to catch back up. Let's see if Sledge has got it! He does! First try, Snowdram.
All these runners always make it look
TripleX
so
going
easy.
no setup.
He's
He's got it too.
Like I said, these were all runners at this level make that jump look so easy.
So, off we go now to the Seaside Kingdom. Seaside, maybe we'll see our fishy dippy friend come into play. TripleX does go for it. He's 0 for 2. Sledge has not gone for it yet.
I do love the choice of name and spelling that was used in the stat sheet for this trick. Sledge having a little bit of trouble with this, I know the name of this area. I swear I do, but I can't think of it right now.
I don't, so I'm relying on you.
Give me a bit. I'll get there one day.
Well, we are ultimately going out of here, and into the Glass Palace we go, virtually tied. Now, we will make note that there might have been some desyncs. Oh, and Sledge is going for it.
Yep. Going for the 2-ball strategy here.
Did he get it? No, he didn't.
Did not.
And TripleX is going to take the lead. A very slow setup by Sledge.
Yeah, spent a lot of time going for that and ended up costing them the lead.
I think just bad RNG there. Those seaweed buddies, whatever they're called.
Crumboos, that one I know.
They just got in the way and Sledge couldn't see what he was doing.
Yeah, I can't remember the bubble squid's names for right now for some reason. And that's the area. That's usually what I call that area, because you're only really supposed to be able to get up there with that capture. Alright, TripleX is going to be moving over to Fish Clip. No trouble there.
Yeah, the original.
Yes, the original.
Careful that you don't clip back into bounds.
Yeah, that looks like they might have, and they're okay. They are fine.
I figured he didn't, but the camera definitely had me nervous.
Sledge definitely opted for a much more careful strategy. You saw how far out of bounds they still were when they got that moon.
Both runners pretty even as we start making our way towards the late game. Luncheon Kingdom up next.
Yeah, but this is definitely still a race to be watching because we got Luncheon coming up, as you said, and this is going to be a spiritless route for TripleX, as they have done it every time so far in this tournament. So we'll see how that works out for them. And
He's also 3 for 3 to boot.
I mean, 3 for 3 on that, but it's this whole area is Luncheon can be very unforgiving.
Spiritless does save about 10 seconds, but there are so many tricks involved. Not only this first part, not dying, but then so much that you have to do.
That is not the best vector. Is gonna work it out.
Oh, it works.
Yeah. And Sledge going for it as well is not gonna get the triple jump, but is I think at least was just seeing if they could line up the triple jump correctly, and from there just not gonna go for it any further. Understandable.
Yeah, I guess it was worth a shot. Tough opponent in TripleX, but Sledge very lucky that he was able to back it up. So this bit is going to be significantly more difficult for TripleX without the Potaboo.
Yeah, with the new reviewers here, I will explain what's going on here as well. So because we jumped around the loading zone for that boss fight, we're in a very odd state of Luncheon currently. And so because of that, the Potaboos that are normally here are not, so you are forced to do fun jumps like one that TripleX just did. And also, if you want to save time, they could also...
Wow!
Yeah,
Sledge using every contour of this mountain to prevent him from dying, and I don't think that's going to be good enough.
Yeah. Sledge was going for forkless movement and not doing too well on it. That is unfortunate. But yeah, so TripleX finishing up Fork Room, and we'll be going on to the next fun jump. This jump's not that difficult, but it does also look very cool again. The one that will be difficult is the one that we'll be seeing in about 20 to 30 seconds.
Invisible.
Yes.
Sledge grabbing the wrong radish, but that's okay. Finds it. Flex with the toss. Got it. That is important. If you miss that, that's bad news.
Gets the eat and gets the Kobe.
Shout out to Kobe.
Yeah. Shout out to myself for saying one of them was the Kobe at one point, and then it was like, well, we have Yeet now, because I think Yeet became popular during me doing this stuff, and I was like, well, the other one's the Yeet.
Legend Forks Room looking pretty good. Lex buying the moon, obviously with the 200 coin hint art. That is not an issue. Coins now pretty much irrelevant.
Okay, and TripleX now setting up for this. So this is another triple jump vector that they're going to be doing into invisible blocks that are here because of the platforms that rise out. Those invisible blocks never leave. They just kind of hang out there for the whole time. And so we're able to utilize those to clear the jump.
And it works out. Just one more room to go. Meanwhile, Sledge is going to have a bit of work to do here. And now you are seeing the advantage of Spiritless. TripleX taking a tiny lead, and without Sledge having done anything wrong, making it a big one.
Yeah. Ultimately, all the time save that ends up happening in routing at this that people look for at this point is just eliminating as many cutscenes as possible. And that is why we do this, is because we're, by deviating from the route that the game wants you to do, we see far less cutscenes.
Well, speak for yourself.
I've done Spiritless. Not the Invisiblock jump, but I've done Spiritless.
So TripleX heading on out of here. Sledge has a multi-moon. It's a very easy multi-moon, but he does have to sit through a cutscene.
I have not done Stewartless, though.
Aha. Into the ruined kingdom, and you know what that means, Troy. Time to tell the fine folks at home about Urban Arts. It is a great program by the School of Interactive Arts that helps get underprivileged kids into college. They do have a 100% placement rate, which is just unthinkable. 93% of their students are people of color. 50% women, also very underutilized in the world of game design. They learn a lot of important STEAM skills through game design, so we do hope you go check them out. Sledge forgetting to skip the cutscene. There we go. And we also want to thank them for providing the prize fund for this tournament. Thank you again to Urban Arts for all that you do for the gaming community. Of course, go follow both of these runners. We would appreciate if you would follow us as well. Troy, I know you're doing some Super Mario Odyssey grinding. I'm eventually going to boot this game up. But right now, I've just been cranking out some Roller Coaster Tycoon scenarios. If they're gonna give me a platformer talk, I would like to take a moment to ask you to follow me as well.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch.
And definitely go follow Saren for, putting all of this together, having to step in at the last moment to restream this match. Big thanks to Saren for all that you do for the SMO community.
And in classic Saren's fashion, the restreamer links command still does not work properly, because Saren never wants to shout out their own channel.
That said, big ups to Devious for restreaming for the SM64 races earlier. Sledge still... no, Sledge is... And now if Sledge is going to make a comeback, this is the kingdom he wants to see. Bowser and Moon, he has the advantage on average in both. That said, gonna have to hope for a mistake by TripleX. I think a mech fall could make the difference. We'll have to wait and see. Well, away we go into the Bowser Kingdom. Sledge just now going to be capturing the Odyssey to head there himself.
Yeah, with over a minute difference at this point into Bowser's Kingdom, it is going to take something like the problems at Mecha Brutal to really turn this tide.
I didn't realize they were that far apart.
We got cutscenes leading into Bowser's Kingdom, as well as you could see how far into Bowser's Triple X is at this point now that Sledge is just entering the kingdom.
That's a fair point.
So while I don't have the exact numbers, I was not watching splits. I was not watching timers. I was able to tell that this is certainly minute plus.
And that's such a shame for Sledge because he has played so excellently in this match, coming in as the underdog. And oh wow, we're gonna see a route deviation here.
Yep, bird dram, nice little fun strat.
Luck's going for some quick shards, setting up birdless.
Nice.
Got it. But I happened to catch that Triple X's last Story Moon fade out was at 50 even, so 54-second difference.
I was close.
Yeah, I'll give you a minute. Roof Dram for Triple X.
Oh, Sledge going for
okay.
going for new shards movement is gonna fail on the first part, but I mean they can still do the rest of it. Oh, and they're gonna miss this third shard, so yeah, they're gonna have to reset up for this jump. This is a fairly scuffed new shards movement, unfortunately. I don't even know where the poke is going to be. Apparently, it's going to be in the right.
No, he didn't get birdless either.
He got it to destroy the. He got it to destroy the block, but he did not get the Cappy to home into the shard.
And that said, Triple X does have an extra moon to collect. But that's not going to take the minute that he's ahead.
Yes.
After Sledge had some issues with shards. You do have to collect 2 extra moons in this kingdom. There's the second for Sledge. He's going to be skipping Crate Moon. Can't blame him. It's pretty difficult movement. Where are you going, buddy? Almost dove off the island.
And it kind of looks like Sledge is setting up for Sarbamba. Was not able to do it, so
that's fine.
Instead, gonna go for Furriot strats.
Well, you do have to hit that bomb. That's important.
Yep. Cappy doesn't realize that, though. Coins are always the priority. It's not a joke.
Oh.
Cappy always prioritizes coins.
Good to know.
Why? Don't know.
Well, they figure that's the thing you're going for the most.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Triple X with that crate.
Pipeless!
Pipeless. Changing his mind. Saw something he didn't like, goes for the pipe.
Such a cool trick. I wanted to see it.
And we do have the semifinals coming up soon, so maybe you'll see it then.
That is true. I've seen it a couple times in races, but it is very rare.
Well, Triple X into mech. Sledge the entire section up to mech behind. Triple X not able to get up on his first try. Second try now. Still some issues. Looking for Topper here. Topper acquired. Remember, Sledge does not have to get the crate moon. That will save him a bit of time.
But it did also lose time to health regen and whatnot, so...
For sure.
Okay. Wow, went for Taz movement there. Was not able to work it out.
Upcoming Topper, or target acquired for TripleX, and he's got it! Likely slamming the door shut on this match. Obviously, anything can happen in Moon Kingdom, but Sledge finding himself an entire mech fight behind. It's gonna be tough to catch up now.
Absolutely. I feel, honestly, the only thing that could maybe save Sledge would be an Invisawall.
It might be close enough that a Moonskip Death would, catch him up. Might. Well, critically, Sledge is gonna have to, of course, not fall off the mech. That would pretty much be a game over, except to an Invisawall.
Yeah, so basically any death in Moon Kingdom could even this up, but that is unlikely.
We've seen it happen.
Oh, certainly.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, is fine. Gonna just wait it out for a bit.
There we go. Well, that works. Better than falling off, I guess.
Yeah. All things considered.
So we are on to the Moon Kingdom now. He's definitely crunch time for Sledge. He can make it up, but he's gonna have to play perfectly and hope for some help.
Going for single wall jump. He's able to pull it off.
Yep, gets it. The opportunity's starting to slink away for Sledge. I do want to point out, TripleX has the best pillars of this entire tournament with a 51-1-0.
Yes, TripleX is very well known for their pillars.
Since it happened to be right next to the pillars, I was looking at closest races to see if either runner had been in a closest race. Sledge lost a race by 11 seconds in the group phase. More importantly, Matt saw as the first, second, and sixth closest matches, 3 matches within 15 seconds. Insane.
Sledge also going for single wall jump.
Yeah, very good. TripleX biding his time here.
I've heard from some people that they consider single wall jump easier than the standard moon cave skip. But I don't know, because I've never attempted it.
We do have a freeze over on Sledge's side. I don't know if that's a resync or just a... Okay, there we go. Good. Quick splice. All good. Being sarcastic, of course. And here we are into the escape sequence. I will note TripleX is 1 for 10 in 2DSS. I do not know why he went for 2DSS 10 times, but he did. Presumably he was either way ahead or way behind in one of his races. If someone in chat was watching that race, I would appreciate it if you would let me know, because I did not watch that. 1 for 10 is kind of cool, yeah. I mean, all things considered. Saren had to sit here for 45 minutes and watch somebody go for 2DSS once. He is going for it.
Oh, okay.
Is he going for it again? Why?
I'm gonna keep going on the tries. Oh my god.
Oh
and
my
yes,
god. Oh my god, he got it! He got it! Whoa! I cannot believe it! Why would you even think about going for it? But he got it!
TripleX with the swag.
Unbelievable, slamming the door shut on this match with an exclamation point. TripleX with a 2DSS. Second try in a race. Didn't even need to do it. And given that this is a pre-record, I wonder if he thought maybe he was down, but like, that'd be considering that Sledge would be playing the best race of his tournament. That is insane. And the Pillars God does it again. He's gonna get a 101. It is not going to be his best race of the tournament, but it is going to be a fantastic race and a statement made to his semifinal opponent, Stravos96. TripleX and Stravos in the semifinals.
And making it known for the rest of the players in the league that if you want to beat TripleX, you need to have a lead going into Moon Kingdom. Because how do you beat that?
I do not know the answer to that. Presumably how you beat that is you do 2DSS yourself. That is unbelievable. Fair play to Sledge, for the record. Taking a lead about halfway through the race, and he didn't even really make like any big mistakes. TripleX just squeezed out every trick he could in the back half of this game, getting Spiritless, which Sledge kind of went for. Obviously, the insanity we just saw. Sledge maybe a little bit to clean up in the back half, but his front half was pretty good. Obviously, TripleX left some time on the table. Manual DSTA, loads of issues with leg clip. Sledge got leg clip first try. All things considered, great first half by Sledge, great second half by TripleX. And TripleX is going to take the win here tonight. That diatribe originally had a point. I'm not sure what it was. Sledge with a 103. Congratulations, Sledge, on a phenomenal tournament. We hope to see him back for more Mario Odyssey in the league. 458 Moon, from says Samarolian. I just want to check right now to see if that's the best that we've seen in the league so far.
Oh, easily. I would say easily.
Yep. That is the first sub-5 Moon that we have seen in this tournament. 2DSS will do that to you.
Yeah. I will also mention, because I'm now looking it up because I wanted to see how far away that was from ComSob. Community is some of the best. And TripleX has that for Moon
nice.
Kingdom at 449. So,
wow.
So yeah, they were 9 seconds off of their summit best for for that kingdom.
Good grief. Yeah, you're gonna have to take a lead into Moon if you want to beat TripleX. And we will see if Stravos is able to do that. Hopefully next weekend, we will have those matches for you. It'll be TripleX versus Stravos, as I've mentioned about 100 times now. And Jambo versus Buster Doggy in the other semifinal. We are definitely looking forward to that. And we hope that you will join us for those. We also hope that you will join us for 16-star action tomorrow. That'll be starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We have 5 matches for you, and they are 2 Porridge versus Let's Clay, Cartoon Buffoon versus Oxel, Zine versus Senai, Devious DD versus Alex Huzak, and Nader Beans versus Spenner 1122. We hope that you will join us tomorrow, and we hope that you will stick around here on the Cool Cat Gang channel for the conclusion of the 16-star Open and Any % Odyssey Open. Troy, any closing thoughts before we go?
This was a good race. I enjoyed watching it, and I enjoyed commentating it with you.
Always a pleasure. All right, folks, that does it for us. Have a great rest of your Saturday night, and thank you for tuning into the Cool Cat Gang.